everybody, it's Brian here with Explosive Review, and today I'm going to be doing a unboxing from a pretty cool company. It's called Toy Soldier Workshop. You can find them at www.toysoldier.com.hk for Hong Kong. This is going to be an unboxing of the Toy Soldier PRC-148 radio replica. When you get it, it's just going to come in a plastic package like this. I've already opened it to save some time here with the unboxing. When you pull it out, you have the actual box, and this will be wrapped in bubble wrap when you actually get it, but I've already taken that off. Mine was a little bit crushed, but nothing major dangerous to the product inside. Got a nice picture of it here on the front. Shows it with this thing, but you don't actually get this in the box, even though I'm pretty sure it says that you can't even get it in a Russian, EU, USA, and Greater China version of it. When you open it up, you see the actual radio itself. This is wrapped in bubble wrap, and there's just another piece kind of like jammed in there. It wasn't super secure, so I wasn't really that impressed with the packaging, but the product is pretty good. So what you get the antenna extension cable, a instruction manual which has some instructions on operation. It's not super extensive, but decent enough to get you going. It's not a complicated radio, and then the radio itself. So first impressions on this, build quality, it's okay. It's not the greatest. I would have liked to see a little bit sturdier construction for the amount of money that I paid for this. It's not a cheap radio. It cost me $149 plus approximately $25 in shipping. So in the end, once I paid conversion, which is terrible right now, it cost me about $200 Canadian to actually get this radio. So expensive. But in terms of functionality, this thing is basically the only way to go if you want to use a real steel headset, which I do. I have a pair of real MSA Sordens that I use, and this radio has a emitter connector and does not have impedance issues with real steel, which is the major advantage of using this radio. So you can take the antenna and screw it directly on here, like so, and you can turn it on and it works just fine. Or the other really nice thing, and what I'm doing for the setup that I'll be using this radio on, is it comes with an antenna extension, which is a really nice little feature. I actually like the construction of the antenna. The antenna does feel really, really nice. I'm thinking it might actually be a third-party antenna that they just bought for this radio. And the extension's pretty nice. The only weak points that I feel on the radio are this connector right here for the antenna. I'm not sure I'd want to roll over this. The knob feels a little on the flimsy side. And the other big problems that I have is this button. This button gets stuck in the on position. It's got like a little burr or something going on the bottom there. It's fine if you push it on the top, but if you push it, it does almost like 2 clicks on the bottom and then gets stuck. So I'm not very pleased about that. But I'm never actually planning on using the physical button on here anyways, so not really a big deal. But you can screw the antenna onto this extension and then use it that way, and it'll work just fine. And you don't have the beep or anything once you screw in your emitter connector here, so that's a nice little feature. So just to give you an idea of how I actually run the radio in use, here we have one of my vests that I use. This is for my woodland camo setup, that's why it's in olive drab. Here you have the Sordens. These are dual coms, and I just run the other wire in here, or I sometimes end up wrapping it around the other side. That runs down into a MSA push-to-talk, which the real ones are really nice because they've got an awesome, just positive click to it. I run that down through some little side loops here, and then I actually run the radio right here at the back. I keep it inside of a double AK pouch. I find that it fits really well. So the radio is actually in there, and then using the antenna extension, I run the antenna around and through the molly, and it actually sits in there quite nice. You don't really feel it when it's on your back, which is pretty cool. So this is a nice way to actually run the radio. And as you can see, if I can show you, the push to talk works great, and as you can hear, it's coming loud and clear through the actual radio. Another cool feature about this radio is that it works on regular GMRS radio frequencies, so your little Motorola talkabouts actually work with this. So there's no need for, you know, two people to have the radio. Most people that are running these, which is honestly the good majority of people, you can use this radio with them without any kind of hassle, and of course you can use your real steel push to talk. So really neat little piece. Overall, this radio is, I'd say, mediocre build quality, but in terms of functionality, it's pretty cool. I'll be going through it more in depth in another video. This little knob doesn't actually do anything here. This is just your volume, and all your other controls are down here. But overall, a pretty neat little piece. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for a full review, and don't forget to rate, subscribe, and comment.